One can say that the judgment of the Supreme Court may have clothed his presidency with constitutionality, because Section 235 made it clear of the Constitution that the decision of the Supreme Court is final, but it has not clothed his presidency with democracy.
The Supreme Court's affirmation of Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the 16th president of Nigeria has sparked a lot of reaction. And one of these reactions is coming from the presidential spokesperson of the Labour Party during the campaign. We all know him, Kenneth, Okonkwo, the actor and a lawyer. And he talks so much about the issues raised by the Supreme Court. And it is one of the things that we talked about earlier yesterday before the judgment at the Supreme Court. Now, this issue of filing a fresh case and technicalities by the Supreme Court to dismiss the appellant suit before them is something that we should look at carefully. But then, before I speak much further, hear what Kenneth Okonkwo said concerning what the Supreme Court said about the polling unit by polling unit result that is not being presented by the appellant, as the Supreme Court, wanted to have a counter, result in order to give her judgment. But unfortunately, the Independent National Electoral Commission didn't even follow the procedures, to announce a candidate. And this is what Kenneth Okonkwo said during this interview on Arise TV. So take a look.
One can say that the judgment of the Supreme Court may have clothed his presidency with constitutionality, because Section 235 made it clear of the Constitution that the decision of the Supreme Court is final, but it has not clothed his presidency with democracy. Because democracy means the rule of the people, and it means that power must proceed only from the people. And let me tell you what the Supreme Court said that is very telling. Justice John Inyango Koro, while delivering JSC, while delivering the judgment, he looked right to his colleagues and looked left. He said, let us admit that the non-uploading of the result on the IREF portal reduced the confidence of the people in the election.
Reduced, but didn't eliminate it.
Good. That is how the judges talk. Reduced means it wasn't as credible as it would have been if the law was obeyed that said you should upload on the IREF portal for the people to view. And this is in line with all the decisions of the international and local observers.
But not so lacking in credibility that it made them decide that they were going to go against the decision of the lower court.
What they said was, look, the only result we have is the one presented by INEC. We do not have alternative result presented to counter it. Now, let me tell you the implication of that. In mathematics, I did mathematics and I did advanced level mathematics. If you're given a mathematical question and you go straight to quote the answer, they will probably say you stole the answer. You must start with quoting the formula and giving the
statements. Statistics.
Good.
You got to have the formula
before you give the answer.
Yeah.
You know what INEC did? They simply came and quoted an answer that somebody won the election against the express position of the Act. The Act said you have to compile, update, and maintain, polling unit by polling unit, all the results. And you must be ready to show it to any person or political party that demands it. And that is when you would now pronounce a winner. And I'm talking about Section 62, subsection 2 and 3 of the Electoral Act. INEC did not. They just woke up one day at the dead of the night, 4:30 a.m., and declared an answer, which we did not know the formula or the statements that they arrived at to get that answer. So how can you tell the petitioners to produce polling unit by polling unit the result to prove their election, where the institution that is bestowed by the power, giving 400 billion naira to do that, failed to do it. And then you're asking, where will we get it from? The credibility of this election will forever be tarnished. And I agree with the Supreme Court that the confidence of the Nigerian people in this election was reduced. And for me, it was destroyed.
But you see that it's obvious that for you to win a case in Nigeria, you need to be 1 million steps ahead. But if you may ask me, you were supposed to, give this a recommendation. I mean, this pronouncement that based on the polling unit by polling unit result, available to you as the INEC chairman, here this so and so candidate won this election. But because of the inability of the commission to upload the result as their promise to the IRF portal have sparked, is the reason for all this drama. Technological hitches. So now, coming for 2027, 2027 general election, what is the way forward for the, opposition? Will they now go back, plan on how to snatch it, grab it, and run with it, just like Bola Ahmed Tinubu did in this election? Because he said it that you have to snatch it, grab it, and run with it. And this is what he did. He was able to, masterminded his game before time, and he was able to snatch it, grab it, and then he's running with it. Just like he keeps saying, we'll keep running. First day in office, keep running. The second day, keep running. The country is running, and the dollar is also running somewhere. The dollar keep running, and nobody knows when the dollar will stop running. And as the dollar keep running, the naira keeps falling. So the president have to do something, to stabilize the country, as he rightfully said that the litigation is over. No more any form of destruction. It is time to build the country, economy, and develop the nation. So what do you think? Do you think that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration can make a U-turn within the next 3 months? It's already 6 months since he took over from President Muhammadu Buhari. But a lot has changed. Fuel has gone up. Prices of things has gone triple. What do you think about the comment of Kenneth Okonkwo and the reactions Nigerians, are giving in respect to the judgment of the Supreme Court? Let's have your thoughts in the comment section. Please do well to remain civil as we make our comments. Thank you for.
But can you, strictly from a legal point of view, do you broadly accept and respect the reasoning of the court in reaching its decision?
The court gives decision issue by issue. If you give me the question issue by issue, I will give you the answer issue by issue.